Don't.
This night was unbelievable, and I don't know if you can put into words properly. 27-0, and Jaguars were down. Did not look good. Trevor's throwing pick after pick 4, probably the worst half of football in Trevor Lawrence's life, going back to Pee Wee Pop Warner time. And he came back relentless after halftime, and I just can't believe what we're talking about. Jaguars in the second round of the playoffs. It does not seem real. This was rocking. It was like a wake early in the first half. Trevor 3 picks in the first quarter alone. You're down 17. It did not. I mean, the energy around here, which was electric, was gone in that first quarter. And then it slowly, methodically came back, and we are talking about a 31-30 Jaguars playoff. Riley Patterson, a 36-yard walk-off field goal, and the Jaguars on to the next round.
Holy cow. I mean, let's be serious here. The Jaguars were down 27 points. I was wondering how long fans were going to stay in their seats. And at the end of the game, all the seats looked filled again. So nobody had left. Jaguars were down 27 points. And the one thing that I've heard from like all these lifelong, they're like, I'm a Jaguars season ticket holder since 1995. And these are going to be the same old Jags. I keep hearing it. I heard it in the studio at Channel 4. I've heard it all around here. Same old Jags. They get on a big stage. They do things. And then I keep trying to tell people that these aren't the same old Jags. These are like some new Jags or something, because they're doing things that the same old Jags haven't done. They come back from 27-point deficit. They beat the Dallas Cowboys. They go into Nashville, beat the Titans in a must-win game. They find a way to get the win. The same old Jags wouldn't do that, but these Jags do.
Especially after a first half like that. You go into the break, you're down 27-7. You got a charity touchdown at the end of the half, feeling a little good. And then that second half starts. You hold the Chargers and you get another touchdown. It's 27-14. And you're thinking maybe, just maybe, but no, this can't happen. And somehow it happens. You come back. Zay Jones, a 39-yard touchdown grab, the throw to Marvin Jones. It just, Evan Ingram, everything that went right in that second half went right for the Jaguars. And you knew this game was set up for a great finish when Trevor Lawrence, on a 2-point conversion, leaps over the pile and absolutely slammed the ball down with rage after that. To spike the ball down, Trevor was feeling it. The crowd was jacked. Trevor Lawrence felt it. The comeback was unbelievable. Still, Trevor had to take the ball. They got the ball back at the 21-yard line, their own 21. They had to go all the way down the field.
I mean, how about that fourth down play from Etienne?
Travis Etienne, unbelievable. 4th and 1 play. It comes down to that one right there. If you don't get it, he takes it around the corner. We talked to him in the locker room, and Travis said he just had to make a play. He wanted to win the game for the Jaguars. He did that.
He did that. I mean, the team got the job done, and you know what? The job's not finished. They're not done yet. They get to play next week, probably go into Kansas City. We got to wait and see how the rest of the AFC playoff games tomorrow shake out before we find out exactly where they're going. Probability says it's going to be KC. But this is interesting. I mean, we've been talking about the 1996 season for what feels like weeks now, about how this team feels like at times, that 1996 year, team that made a run all the way to the AFC South, or not AFC South, but the AFC Championship game before they finally had their miracle run come to a halt.
No Patriots this year.
No Patriots this year. The one thing, when you look in Jaguars history, the Patriots have stopped them in the postseason more than any other team. Tom Brady has stopped their last 3 postseason trips. And I keep saying it, Tom Brady's with the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are in the NFC. If Tom Brady wants to end the Jaguars run this year, they'd have to make it to the Super Bowl. And I don't think anybody's going to complain if Tom Brady puts an end to the Jaguars run in the Super Bowl.
Not at all.
I think at that point you're like, okay,
not
you
at
know
all.
What, it's fine.
Yeah, recapping, just a great day all around. It started with the tailgates, the fans. You know, over in the slab, you got to see that and taste that kind of firsthand. But just a magnificent day for the city of Jacksonville. Again, I've seen as a kid, I saw the 96 run up close and personal. As a professional, I saw the 99 season unfold, was here for that 62-7 game. And that game, to me, was the best playoff win in Jaguars history until tonight. Yeah. Absolutely historic comeback. The 3rd largest comeback in playoff history, delivered by Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, and he grew up tonight to be able to shake off a half like he had, 4 picks like that, the energy zapped out of the crowd, and to come back and deliver the defining win, one of the most defining wins in Jaguars history, playoff or regular season, like he did tonight. The season feels a little bit to me like that 96 season. It feels like a team of destiny, and this team, whether the season ends Chiefs game, whether it ends Super Bowl, AFC Championship game, this season has felt magical.
And you got to look at the other parallel. Mark Brunell was in his second season in the NFL when
Right.
they made that run. Trevor Lawrence, year 2. Just saying. You know, look, this is impactful. This is the kind of game that kind of changes a team, changes players. You know, during that first half that Trevor Lawrence was having in the playoffs, I kept thinking, I was like, man, you know, people keep wanting to compare him to Peyton Manning. We looked at Peyton Manning's year 2 stats next to Trevor Lawrence's year 2 stats. And the one thing that we forget about with Peyton Manning when we talk about how great the Sheriff was and that he has the Hall of Fame jacket is that he was really bad in the playoffs
Right.
for a while.
Right.
And that was the first thing that was coming to my mind as I started pulling Peyton Manning's playoff stats. I was like, this could be one of those kind of games and one of those kind of things as you compare this guy to something in his career has so far mirrored it pretty closely. And I was like, ugh. But Peyton never had a game like this one in the playoffs. He never had one like not at least early on.
What a game.
Oh,
And
my gosh.
It's tough to convey into words just on here what we experienced, what we saw tonight, just the ebbs and flows of this game, unlike anything I've experienced before as covering a game, an event. It's just unbelievable. We don't see a team come back from 27-0 and win in an NFL playoff game. Just a remarkable atmosphere. And again, team of destiny or whatever we could say that. It feels like something special is brewing around here. Cool to witness it.
Yes, it is very cool to see this thing firsthand. I said everybody that was here in the stadium witnessed history tonight. I mean, this is a different kind of Jaguars team, a different kind of feeling. Like, this is the start of something. We keep saying that this thing is built for not just 1 year run, but not just 2 years, but maybe 5 years down the road to be able to consistently have success. And, you know, it should be a fun ride. It ain't over yet. I said, I think on our News4JAX podcast earlier this week that when the Jaguars punched their ticket to Kansas City, that I actually did like their chances.
Yeah, you did.
There.
You did.
And I still do. I think this is the kind of win that just continues to build. It takes a confident team and tells them the world is ours if we just play right.
I do have to mention tonight Jamal's pick for Jamal Agnew, housing one, did not pay off.
Didn't pay off.
And my Zay Jones
Zay
pick
Jones
actually
pick
worked out. So
even though you picked the Chargers
I
to
picked the
win.
Chargers, so we'll call it a wash.
We'll call it a wash.
Before we sign off tonight, let's. Viewers can't see Jamal's shoes here. Let's.
The shoes are 1-0.
The shoes are 1-0 here tonight.
1-0.
So pretty impressive, pretty great environment.
Yeah,
today.
shoes are 1-0. I'm just saying. There you go. Good seeing you, Hayes. All right, we'll sign off for now. We'll have more Jaguars coverage coming over on News4JAX.com later on in the week. We got a News4JAX podcast. We'll have plenty of stuff, and should be in Kansas City next week. So this should be a fun week of coverage. So stick around. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you.